Welcome to our Valantic Use Case Tuesday, the future of business with GenAI. Today we want to talk about content creation. You probably have been in the situation where you had one or several documents and you needed to go through them, extract information, collect them, either provide them in an email or in a post, or maybe also a white paper out of those documents, and you don't really have a lot of time for that. So we provide you today a solution where you can easily do this. So you upload your documents, the information is going to be extracted, and then you can do whatever you want with this information. Today we're going to present our internal bot. It's called vally, where we go through a document and write an email to a client and also create a social media post for it. So let's have a look at how vally looks like. As you can see now here, we have it in the browser version, but you can also include this, for example, in Microsoft Teams if that's your favorable channel. And about vally, it's really nice because it has the ChatGPT abilities, so you can pretty much do everything that you can also do with ChatGPT, but it also is really data compliant and customized. So it has some more additional attributes and applications you can use. But it also is data compliant, so that all the data that is being used or being produced or uploaded within this platform, this will stay there. So it will not be used for training purposes for the model, it will be within your company server. One attribute that we included into our vally internal usages is a prompt engineering. So it's really important that you use a proper prompt, that you tell the large language model what the purpose is of this content creation. So we, for example, have here email creation if you want to write emails to your colleagues, or you can also create a prompt which is more for clients. Then you can also, we included here social media posts, as we do this quite often. And also summaries, so that we can upload documents and summarize those. So you can, for example, upload various different documents and then just take a summary of all of them, so you don't need to go through all of those documents by yourself. And those prompts include, for example, with a summary, it includes that they should be in detail, as the large language model tend to summarize it really short, leave out really important information. So therefore we have here the prompt that it should be in detail. Social media is more of the tone, so that it should be friendly and but still professional. And email creation, either if it's for a colleague or if it's for a client, it should be rather more professional or a bit less. But let's have a look on how you can actually use it. So we have here in a document which includes a presentation of our conversational AI desk, sales desk. And there we have 290 slides, so there are lots of informations visible, and it's also graphically, so it's not everything in text, as you can, for example, here. And out of those documents we use the prompt summaries, so we don't have to tell the large language model it's a summary, it already knows. So we just say, okay, please summarize out of the attached document following information. And then you can say, okay, we obviously don't want to have everything because we maybe want to have it for a client as an email. We will look into that afterwards, how we do that. So we want to first know what is conversational AI. Second, we want to sell conversational AI, so we might as well want to know what are the advantages of conversational AI. So it takes a while through, so that the RAG system goes through the information, the PDF document and the information of conversational AI, and it extracts all the relevant parts towards the question, what is conversational AI and what are the advantages of conversational AI. And here you see it's a rather short but comprised text, so it contains all the information we actually want to have, but it doesn't really look like we can use this text right now for writing an email. But if we want to use this text for an email, we can change the prompt. So we go in email creation And then we asked, please create a draft for an email for a client and about the above information. And then we wait till here you can also see that, for example, with the email I made a little spelling mistake, but this does really not bother large language models, so they can also work with that. And then you get a draft for the email. So, dear client's name, I hope this email finds you well. There are always usually some kind of ChatGPT language that you need to adapt afterwards, but as a first draft, it's really, really helpful. And it gives you also a good overview. For example, here, what is conversational AI? It takes the information from the above retrieved document and also explains the advantages that come with conversational AI. And this is done in a few seconds, not even a minute, so it's still writing. It's quite a large email. You can also always ask to make it shorter if you don't want to have it too long, or yeah, just ask to have a conversation about how you like the email to be. We will not look into the detail what the email says, because I think this will be too much information, but what if we also want to write a social media post about this? So we can also do this. Then we change the prompt, so it has a social media prompt already included, and we just ask, please write a social media post about conversational AI. And then it also takes the information. And here it also uses emojis, transform your customer interaction with conversational AI, and writes a quick post about the advantages, what it is. So it takes all the information that we already received from our documents, so into the social media post. In the end, you always should reread it and maybe change here and there some wordings, as it might sound too much of ChatGPT, but you can use it as an assistant, as a tool to yeah, just have the first draft. So you might ask yourself and wonder, what's the difference between ChatGPT and vally? And the main thing is the data protection. It's really, really important that your data from your company stays where it is and is not gonna be used for any other purposes. And OpenAI uses the chats and the input that it gets from the chats to train the large language model and make it more efficient, make it a bit better, make it more fluent. And with vally, you're 100% sure that the data will not be used for any other purposes than for just helping you to make your time more efficient. Other than that, it's also really good that vally can use different large language models. So ChatGPT is the most common one right now, but there might be in the future another large language model which is better or suits your needs better. So you can always compare pricing and the time and find the best purpose, the best large language models for you. Additionally, you can always use vally as a baseline and include other stuff that you need for your company. For example, you can include documents, and those informations from the documents can then also be used from your employees to ask questions. For example, how can I call in sick? Or where can I book a meeting room? Or where is the Wi-Fi password? Like really generic questions that are really specific for your company can also be included into this. And this is what we're gonna look into in the next video. Stay tuned and see you next time.